Hello, everybody, and welcome to this lecture by the Vaidya's Chess Hub. And this lecture is pretty good. It's going to tackle the most important aspect of the game, which is how to decide what move to make. I often get this question. People ask me, how do you decide what is the correct move in a given situation? So, if you see over here onto my right hand side, that I have in a fixed order according to which I prefer making my moves. So, I'm going to play a game also to demonstrate this, but let's go through the points one by one. First one is a forced sequence. So if I see anything on the board that is going to result in a forced sequence, I'll make that move first. Then I would watch for any hanging piece and launch my attack. If not that, then a developmental or a strategic move. And if nothing, then I just play a waiting move. Now, what we will quickly do is start a game. Okay, let's select a game with a little incremental timing so that it becomes easier for me to explain things. So we have just selected this game at random. Now it's the first move, so there is no question of a hanging piece or a force sequence, so I've gone by the number 3, a developmental strategic move. Now my opponent has played c5, and now my forced sequence probably will be d4, so I'm making him act immediately. Okay, so he has captured. I will play the Smith-Morra gambit. So I'm making him deal with it one more time. And now I shall recapture, and that will be development. Now my opponent has played e6. Again, there is no hanging piece. There is no forced sequence. So I'm going to go about my development. Still on point number 3. He plays knight to c6. Still no hanging pieces. Just go for plain simple development. He's played a6. Again, no hanging piece. I'm going to continue with my development. Castle as soon as possible. I've done that. And now he has attacked my hanging piece. The bishop here is hanging. So I would prefer to go to b3, maintaining this particular diagonal. He has played a developmental move. Mind you, this bishop is hanging. But at the moment, there's no way I can attack it. So I will continue with my development. I'll play queen to the e file, and my idea is to bring the rook to the d file. Now the only piece that is undeveloped is the bishop here. So I would have loved to develop this bishop on f4, but at the moment the queen controls it. So I'm going to develop it on e3. So far so good. He has also made another developmental move. I'm going to There is a choice. As I mentioned, I want this rook on d1 and I want this rook on c1, but I will prefer, as I said, hanging pieces combined with the second point combined with the third one. So I'm going to play rook a to c1 because it lines nicely with the queen. Yeah, and I forced the queen to move. There you go. I like that. Now I guess this is a very logical move to make, which is rook f to d1. But let's see if there is anything that can be forced upon. I guess that rook f d1 is still the strongest move. I think he'll develop his bishop. No, he hasn't. That's a big surprise, actually. He should have done exactly that. And I think now will be a good time for us to put the bishop on f4 because he has closed this particular control of his. I will do that. And in fact, I will encourage e5 because that again gives my bishop a very nice diagonal and prospects of playing knight to g5. Precisely, he has played that. I will move to, well, I've got choices really, g5 and g3. But I want my knight to go on g5, so I'm going to stick to g3. Alright, he's preparing to castle. And well, now over here, if I play the move knight g5, he will castle. So it will be up to me to give 2 pieces for the rook and the pawn if I want to. though I'm at the moment a little reluctant to do so. Now let's talk about this pawn. That's a weak link, clearly. So if there is any way I could attack it, that would be great. I would. How? How do I do that? I guess this should be good. We are running low on time here, no doubt about that, because I'm explaining you the concepts as I'm playing. But it doesn't matter. There's 1 second increment, so in extreme circumstances we should be able to bail ourselves out. Now there are alternatives. How do I recapture here? With the bishop, with the pawn, or with the rook? I guess it's with the bishop, because it will put pressure on this knight here. I'm attacking it twice and defending it. He is defending it once, and he has now just moved his knight. I think the knight is hanging here without a doubt, and never miss out on such opportunities. He has got c4, but I've, I have I have an attack on c4 many times. Yeah, I think I prefer, if I attack it, he's likely to capture my bishop. Mm, I have also got good chances of playing knight h4 and knight to the f5 square. I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so he has chosen to take it. Now, do I take with the pawn? Do I take with the rook? He doesn't have a light colored bishop, so I'm going to take it with the rook. He has castled, and now I can go about my plan. I could also play queen g4, by the way. So basically, all of you watching this video will understand how it was easy to conduct the opening and to make the choice of the move based on this, and normally follow the sequence. And if you like it, you can also start implementing it in your games. First thing you look out for is the forced sequence. Then you look at the hanging piece. By the way, if you're not aware of this term, hanging piece is a piece without any support. So at the moment on the board, you see the knight here on the a5 square is hanging because it has no support. And my opponent here probably has given up the pawn. He has. There's no doubt about that. I think I think he has, because I'm attacking it twice. The question is, how do I want to take that? My knight on f5 can be attacked. If I take it with the rook, he can attack my knight, and after my knight moves, then my rook will be hanging. So that could be one way to look at it. So it's always better that I take it with the knight. Plus now, this particular diagonal really is looking absolutely good for me. I like this. Would I like now to double up? Of course, he's attacking my knight twice. Of course, I can move the knight as well if I choose to, or move my queen in order to support. But I would fancy my queen on these squares, so I could double up with the rook. Should I do here? What should I do here? I'll go for this. I'll double up. Now what he did was is supporting this particular pawn here. But that should not really be a bother. I'm gonna attack it one more time. Now he has his check. Doesn't want to do that. He's attacking my queen here. I want now to play here. Okay, this should be good. I'm getting a piece back. There's no doubt about that. And the fact is that we both have got 5 pawns. So it has been a game where you can find for yourself. I have definitely demonstrated how I make my moves. I mean, how do I choose which move is better? This pass pawn is very important, and I like to stick to that. Now he wants the pawn. Okay, rather he wants the exchange. Do I make this exchange? I would prefer not to. Probably take my king all the way and have my chances here. So he has done that. Okay, and now is the time when. Okay, so he's created a pass pawn for himself, and there you go. Okay, yeah, so now clearly in the game we have reached a moment where it will clearly be a battle where, okay, so this is going to be great. Touch and go, touch and go, touch and go. Love such situations. I think he's wasted his move here. Yeah, he has wasted his move here. Yeah. Now the point is this could be a draw because of this check. The king will move. And a check again. The king will move. And this will be a draw. Okay, so, well, I'm really tempted to even analyze this game very quickly. Very quickly, let's analyze this game. You see, this analysis is provided free by the leeches.org, and this is a Smith-Morra. I don't think this requires any analysis. From this point, let's see what the computer suggests. He suggests I should have played a3. What I played was the bishop to e3. Okay, so he has come to that now. I'm happy. After this, I played the rook a to c1. And this is a little, no, this is also okay, playable, no problem. So he went back to b8, and I played the move rook f to d1, which is again okay. The position looks equal. After d6, I played bishop f4 again, which is playable, no problem there. And here he wants me to go bishop g5. Okay, so our plan was to yeah, our plan was knight g5, but because the bishop was attacked, I chose to go back, which is again okay. And this is going to be knight takes, yes, and then, oh, the pawn takes the move here. Now he is giving me a plus 1.5 here. I took with the bishop, and that made the position equal. Let's quickly take a look at this. So if pawn takes, the knight had to move. I would have also guessed that knight a5 was the move. And then there is this beautiful sacrifice. If he does that, then this is good. Okay, I did not think of that, but that also would have made sense. All in all, I hope that you enjoyed this. I would want you to follow this pattern in your games if you have liked this. Keep it very simple. First is a force sequence, then a hanging piece, then a development or a strategic move, and the last one is the waiting move. So, as I always keep saying, that you must keep playing, keep enjoying, keep learning. Thank you so much for watching this video.